What is up, card family? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody had a good weekend and is ready to get the work week started. Me, got a little spiked lemonade to get ready for the work week. Not looking forward to it, but it is what it is. Weekends go too fast. Went to a card show this weekend. I'm going to run through some of the pickups, not everything. I probably picked up 150 or so cards that just went into my to-do box. I'll get to them and do something with them later and present them later. I'm going to make another video for these. These are Emmitt Smiths that I picked up over the weekend at the show, and it's about 50. Originally I thought it was 51, but I think I ended up finding one. Or no. This is 51. I had a card that I'd gotten off eBay, and I ended up realizing that I already had it. But I'll do a separate video where I show those, because I want to talk about my spreadsheet and how I'm doing that kind of stuff. So that'll be separate. So first of all, you see this, just a little booklet from Pacific Collection. I don't know what year this is. Says the Cowboys second straight Super Bowl, so I guess this is like 93, 94. But you see there's triple fold. It's got Aikman here, and then it's got a little blurb on the back. And this is like, you know, the booklet cards from the times, like, don't really stack up to today's, but I thought it'd be, you know, a cool little background piece, or maybe I'll put it on a shelf at some point or something, but for now it'll go right there. All right, so let's get into the pickups. First of all, I don't know if anybody knows about these. I'm sure some of the older collectors remember these, but I ran into some of these. They're called police cards. These are 1979. So back in the day, these were sponsored by Kiwanis Club, local LEA, you know, law enforcement in the area, and Dallas Cowboys Weekly, which is the official Dallas Cowboys newspaper. I used to get Dallas Cowboys Weekly for a moment, but of course nobody does paper publications anymore. So these are 79s. So there's a Robert Newhouse. I would have loved to have found more of these. Would have been cool to find like a Dorset, but didn't. I just randomly ran into these. Charlie Waters. And they give these tips, you know, on the back. An interception occurs when someone on the defense team catches a pass thrown by the offense. Interceptions usually occur when the offensive team is careless. Avoid being careless with your things. Make sure you put them safely away. So they try to find a way to draw football into life, to give, you know, like pointers to kids. Here's the Bob Bruning. He was a linebacker for the Cowboys, late 70s, early 80s, and a good one. Referee makes sure the game is played according to the rules, receives help from the umpire, yada, yada, yada. Police officers are like the referees. Call the police when you need help or you see a stranger hanging around your neighborhood. Yeah, all right. Let's look at what was on the back of Newhouse. Individual players working together accomplish specific goal is teamwork, and stopping crime is also a team effort. Make your neighborhood a safer place to live by working with your local police officer. There you go. So find out who your local police officer is and make your neighborhood safer. All right, get to some actual card pickups. I will say I did find, I'm not going to say who, but I came across some of those police cards for another YouTuber, and picked some up for you, and you'll just find out who you were when you get them. All right, first of all, amazing that I didn't have this, but I didn't. This is a 13 Topps Chrome. Of course, I don't know what you call that. It's a refractor, but I guess it's kind of like an X-fractor. But Des Bryant, and I did not have that. I don't even think I had a 13 Topps Chrome base. Like, I had literally never seen this card. So, ran into that one. I like these. Score Summit Edition. Ground Zero. These are pretty cool looking cards. There's Jay Novacek with some snazzy hat there. And I also picked up a Michael Irvin in the same set. Pretty cool. The frost and stuff on them. Good looking cards. I ran into quite a few Pinnacle, the trophy collection, and I couldn't turn them down, but I was really pleased to run into some Cowboys. So here's a Sherman, Sherman Williams? He was Emmett's backup in the mid-90s for a little while. I just love these trophy collection cards. This is 96. And you'll see on the back, it'll say, if you're ever looking for these, trophy collection. So there's the Sherman Williams. Really happy to find this one. Michael Irvin. This is one of my favorite poses he has on the card. I have the regular Pinnacle of this, but I did not have the trophy collection. So I was really happy to snag that. And this is my favorite of the Cowboys. Alvin Harper. I just love what this one here is doing. Very neat. This can't be... Yeah, so this is 95, because I'm pretty sure 94 was his last year with Dallas. He was the over-the-top, and I love, what it's doing on the helmet there and stuff. He was the over-the-top, deep threat compliment to Irvin. This was probably his best year, 821 yards and 8 TDs. I think he was a free agent. Yeah, you can see Tampa Bay. He was a free agent coming out of that year and went to Tampa Bay. And may have had his best year in Tampa, but I got to check still, but I don't think I had this one. The Illumination out of, 17 Prism? Yeah. Zeke. So I saw that one and snagged it. I got this for 10 cents. I think the guy made a mistake. Some of these cards, I asked him how much they were. He said it was the 10-cent box, and I think maybe he made a mistake. Illusions, Michael Gallup, and then the base Prism, Michael Gallup. And I thought this was cool. 2014 Prestige, clear acetate card, but it looks almost like, that's a material. It's not, but nice Jason Witten. I'm not all that excited about Witten coming back. I think he's going to be much more of a mentor than he is playing. Here's another cool one out of Pinnacle Summit. Kevin Williams. These cards look shiny when you first see them, but really to me, these are they're hair thicker. But to me, they're kind of low quality, honestly. They catch your eye right off, but I thought it was cool, though, to pick up a Kevin Williams, because when Alvin Harper left, Williams sort of took his spot, and he did pretty well his first year. And last but not least, Score Starstruck insert, Michael Irvin. Like I say, I picked up a lot more. Red Siege. Picked up a lot more, but just not really stuff that I'm going to show right now, at least. I saw this. Couldn't resist. Radiant Rookie, Nyheim Hines. Nice big jersey chunk in there. Autograph. Out of Spectra. And that one is numbered to 249. I don't usually say what I paid for stuff, but I paid $5 for this. So, like $5 for RPA Spectra of a guy I collect. Yeah, I'll do it. These two, kind of no names, but there was these Stadium Club Dot Matrix. This is 96 Stadium Club, and it's a parallel, kind of like the trophy collection to the regular cards, but man, the parallels are just so beautiful. So, I mean, Jim Everett was a decent player, but I bought this more for the card than I did the player, just because these cards are so sharp looking, and I cannot wait to get an Emmett like this. I've tried, and I had a seller actually, I bought the card, and then the seller just like refunded my money and never sent the card. So not sure what happened there. So I got that Jim Everett. And this was probably maybe a better, more well-known player, Eric Allen. These things are just so sweet. And the Saints unis look really nice. Here's another one where I was more so buying the card. The Pacific Prisms, 95, I think these are. And I just think these are... Chris Warren was a good back, but man, these to me are just beautiful. So I picked it up, and I liked Chris Warren. He was a Cowboy for a hot second, so I figured I'd snag it. A couple of these. These are metal, Fleer metal, 95. The Gold Blaster insert. Got a Rod Woodson. See what that does. Really cool. I love the 90s shine and 90s inserts, as everybody knows. And a Tim Brown. And then there was I ran into a bunch of trophy collection cards of other players. Some great, some were really cool, and some not so much. But I tried to snag most all of them. So here's the Marcus Allen. This is 95. This should be a mix of 95 and 96. I was really glad I happened through this box. The Kevin Green doesn't do a lot for you. Kind of looks like Grizzly Adams, but check him out. Still, he was a great player. Randall Cunningham. I think this one's 95. Yep, 95. Pinnacle Passer. Rod Woodson, 96. Rodney Hampton, 96. Sterling Sharp. Brett Favre's first great receiver. Sterling Sharp was a monster. I'm telling you, he was a monster. Keith Jackson, tumbling, rumbling, tumbling, stumbling from Alabama. Keith Jackson was a great tight end for a few years. I vaguely remember him going to, he was actually from Oklahoma. Sorry. I vaguely remember him going to the Dolphins, and, you know, everybody thought the Dolphins were going to be so good. But, man, when he was on the Eagles, him and Keith Byers, really good. I like this one. I think it's cool. The sparkle in it's really neat, and him blowing the gum. So this is Pat Swilling. He was 1/3. He's in a Raiders uni here, but he was 1/3 of an elite linebacker corps in New Orleans. Pat Swilling, Vaughn Dunbar, or was it Vaughn Johnson, and Sam Mills. I might be messing up the one guy. I know it was Pat Swilling, Sam Mills, and I want to say Vaughn Dunbar. Might have been Vaughn Johnson. Here's a Hall of Famer trophy collection. Check that out. I just thought that was a super cool photo. And Aeneas Williams. Don't know what he's doing there. Like, he's out of bounds, it looks like to me. But happen to see this 10-cent box. I always snatch up these Elite when I can. It's a little scuffed up. I'll stick this in my 90s stud box. Big Ben, Plaxico, Deuce Staley. That was numbered out of 500. Got that one. This one for 10 cent too. Drew Brees Dominator to $9.99. Look at that. I love those Dominator inserts. I love Don Russ, man. Another one I just happened across. It'd be a Hall of Famer. Gates, $2.49. Why not? Right. Bonds, certified. Still got the peel on it. Nice looking card. This one, I think this is really cool. So this is, I guess, Pinnacle, 95 Pinnacle clear shots. What I like about this card, if you really get a good look at it, most of the time when you find these clear acetate cards from the 90s, they are scuffed, they are dingy, you can't see through them, they're faded. This card, I'm going to take it out. This card was in a screw down. I took it out of the screw down. And, you know, the screw down was super dingy. But when I got the card out, this card is literally like pristine condition. Like, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this on these acetate, especially something that old. So, super happy. Hold on. So yeah, I was super happy to stumble across this. And I mean, I bet you can look one up. You can buy one on eBay, and it'll come in, and it won't be as nice as this one. And as soon as I get done making this video, I'm going to eBay, and I'm going to see if there's an Emmett like this. This was 7 out of 10, so there's 9 other players in this set. But just a sweet, sweet card, in my opinion, for the Faulk PC. All right, last card, and then I'll let you guys go. I know this has been a long video. I was leaving the show. I had, you know, I bought a lot of Emmets. I was super excited about all the Emmets I got, which kind of, the Emmets kind of turned it, because my normal guy that I buy from, he really didn't have a lot of great stuff this weekend, and I feel like he's moving his stuff and trying to charge a little more money for the stuff that I used to be able to buy from him for a little less. So when I stumbled across all the Emmets on another dealer for a good deal, man, I was super excited. But I had $20 in my pocket. I was trying to find a way to spend it. I wanted to buy, like, you know, one decent card. And I kind of been toying and messing around with Brady a little bit lately. And, you know, as I'm coming across my Bradys, I'm starting to save them. I'm starting to top load them, because I got to figure down the road, you know, his stuff is going to be more desirable than it is now. So I found this, and this is 2004, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 2004 Donruss Elite. And this is Tom Brady passing the torch. And this is numbered to 1,000, so 453 out of 1,000. But as you can see, I mean, this is just a gorgeous card. And the guy, I was looking in his case, and I'll be transparent here. This guy that I bought this from, he's never ripped me off, but I've made some knee-jerk purchases from him before, and later on realized that I overspent a little bit. And he had 40 on this card, and he had this deal where he was doing 7 cards for $20. And so I was looking through trying to find 7 cards, and I really just couldn't find 7 cards that I would justify paying $20. So I saw 40 on this. I said, hey, let me see that. He handed it to me. I looked at it. I liked it. It was in a screw down, believe it or not. And it had 40 on it. He said, he said, you come here all the time. He said, I'll do 20 on it if you want. And I'm thinking, yeah, that sounds good. A Tom Brady numbered to 1,000. Yeah, it's, you know, anything numbered Tom Brady from back in the day, it's going to pull a little something. So I said, let me walk around for a few minutes. And I should have searched it on eBay when I walked around, and I didn't. I looked to see if I saw anything else. And I was kind of in a hurry. My son was ready to go. So I walked over. I said, 20? He's like, yeah, 20. I handed him a $20 bill, walked away with the card. And I looked it up, and I'm finding it on eBay. You know, they're like around $15, and then shipping $4. So they're right around 20, and there's a couple that were like, you know, $22. But I could probably get it for a few dollars less than what I paid at the show. And it's almost one of those things like I knew that when I bought it, but I think if I had looked the card up and it had said $10 on it, I still would have bought it. It was one of those situations where I just saw a card and I wanted it, and so I bought it. So I think this is something I'm gonna probably start going after a little bit of, a little more, is some Brady numbered stuff. I'd love to get my hands on a Brady rookie, but man, they are a pretty penny. But for now, that's gonna have to scratch that itch. Anyhow, if y'all made it this long, I really appreciate it. Appreciate y'all watching. Everybody have a good start to your work week. Have a good Monday. And yeah, y'all keep it real. I'm out.